Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, may we kindly invite everyone to take your seats as we prepare to begin our program in 2 minutes. Good evening, everyone. As we get started, we kindly ask that you switch your mobile phones to silent mode to ensure an uninterrupted experience. For your safety and convenience, we also request that you refrain from taking photos near the stage, as our official photographers will capture every moment of tonight's event. This evening's program will be documented through photographs and video recordings, which may be featured in the DAP website and social media platforms for promotional purposes. By joining us tonight, you acknowledge and consent to using your image in these materials. Your presence here is vital to this special occasion, and we are honored to have you with us. Good evening once again. and warm welcome to all. I am Maida A. Nieves from the Center for Career Executive Service Development. On behalf of the Development Academy of the Philippines, it is my privilege to welcome you to the opening ceremony of the Senior Executives Class Batch 14 of the Public Management Development Program. Since its launch in 2012, the PMDP has been steadfast in its mission to cultivate transformative leaders in the public sector. To date, the program has shaped 13 batches of the Senior Executives Class, 34 batches of the Middle Managers Class, 1 class of the SEC Shuttle Course, and 6 batches of the WISE Frenetic Leadership Class. Altogether, 1,574 government officers from 256 agencies nationwide have successfully completed their respective tracks in the program. At present, we have the Middle Managers Class Batch 35, bringing the number of public service professionals taking on this transformative journey to 1,700. Tonight, we are thrilled to welcome a new batch of senior executives, individuals who have demonstrated exceptional dedication and promise in their respective fields. These 18 senior executives come from 15 different government agencies across the Philippines, from as far as Batac, Ilocos Norte in the north to Coronadal City, South Cotabato in the south. We are also delighted to welcome for the first time scholars from the Office for Transportation Security and the University of the Philippines, Baguio. As part of PMDP tradition, the welcoming class, Senior Executives Batch 13, who call themselves CATIG, guides the succeeding batch. Earlier today, both batches took part in the Salubong, a hallmark activity designed to foster camaraderie and connection between scholars. During the Salubong, scholars of SEC 13 share their experiences and insights, offering Batch 14 a glimpse of the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. It was also a meaningful moment for our new scholars to set their aspirations for this transformative journey. Wednesday, 19 February 2025 marks the start of the intensive, enriching, and life-changing full face-to-face training of Batch 14. Before we move forward, we'd like to remind everyone that this event is being streamed live on the DAP official Facebook page and YouTube channel. When sharing your experiences online, don't forget to use the hashtag SEC14 and hashtag PMDP opening ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that we welcome the scholars of Senior Executives Class Batch 14, escorted by none other than their predecessors, Senior Executives Class Batch 13, CATIG. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you, SEC 13, for graciously leading and welcoming our newest scholars. SEC 14, please remain standing. SEC 14, please remain standing. Batch 13, you may now take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present the 18 exceptional members of the Senior Executives Class Batch 14. Let's show them our enthusiastic support with a resounding round of applause. May I please request everyone to rise for the Philippine National Anthem, followed by an invocation to be led by the PMDP singers.
Sinanganan, alag ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyot ka na magnitik, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisihik. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong buka, may dinagang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagbininig, ang bituin na tarang ng kailan pa may di magdidilig. Lupa ng araw na alwal at ipagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pag may manapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, PMDP singers. Please take your seats. Once again, a pleasant evening to everyone. We are happy to have you join us tonight for this milestone celebration. To officially welcome us and set the tone for this special occasion, we humbly request the Senior Vice President for Programs of the Development Academy of the Philippines, Magdalena L. Mendoza. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give her a warm round of applause.
Good evening. Salamat po sa pala. Fans ako ngayon. Anyway, to the Vice President for the Center for Career Executive Service Development or CCD, VP Nanet Caparos, where are you? Director Milet Yang for our Advocacy and Admissions Office, Director Maidan Nieves, ayun, for our Junior Executive Development Office, Director Cheryl Reyes of our Senior Executive Development Office, our Class Director for the Senior Executives Batch 11, Dr. Josefa Rizalina or Jo Bautista. Of course, our guest speaker, Regional Director Jennifer Bretanya of the National Economic and Development Authority, Region 7, and also alumna of the SEC Batch 11 Gabayani. To Senior Executives Class Batch 13 Kati. Asan kayo? Of course, led by their class president, Mr. Rustico Noli Cruz. To our distinguished officials present, our esteemed PMDP faculty, the officers and staff of the Center for CES Development, our newest batch of scholars, the Senior Executives Class Batch 14. Okay. The newest addition to the growing network of, I think this is more than 1,700 high-performing public managers and executives from about 256 agencies nationwide. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Sec 14, your journey begins at a very proud moment for both the Development Academy of the Philippines and the Philippine Career Executive Service. Just 2 weeks ago, exactly January 31, 2025, we celebrated a historic milestone, the first ever 1 DAP graduation at the PICC, not here. This landmark event brought together scholars from across our programs, not just in the CES development, but also in our graduate school, in a powerful demonstration of leadership, collaboration, and commitment to public service. No less than His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., graced the occasion as our guest of honor, and he, during that graduation ceremony, underscored the national significance of our shared mission, that is to build a more agile, future-ready, and values-driven civil service. The President acknowledged that together with him, our government leader professionals, or individuals who drive meaningful and lasting reforms. His presence during that historic event, or the first ever 1 DAP graduation, reaffirmed the government's trust in DAP programs like the Public Management Development Program, which is the national government's Career Executive Service Development Program. And these programs serving as a cornerstone in developing ethical, forward-thinking, and high-performing public sector leaders and development executives who serve also as catalysts for governance excellence and national progress. Over 5 decades, the DAP has been a driving force for governance innovation. Nowadays, with our strengthened role under the National Economic and Development Authority, because of EO 45 issued in 2023, where DAP is now attached to the NEDA, we are even more committed to shaping development leaders and managers who will turn national strategies into reality, particularly the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028 and the long-term vision of our country, that is the Ambition Natin 2040. Through the PMDP, we will continue to equip public leaders with the skills, mindset, and strategies to champion reforms and deliver transformative change. I would like to emphasize that the PMDP is a whole new level of leadership and impact. In the next months, you will be challenged to think critically, take on leadership roles, and collaborate effectively. You will need to step out of your comfort zone, refine your leadership approach, and develop innovative solutions to some of our country's most pressing governance challenges. Leadership demands resilience, adaptability, and a clear vision for the future. At times, the road ahead may feel uncertain, but know that you are not alone. No, we have a big contingent here in the PMDP. You have the unwavering support of the DAP family, the PMDP faculty and staff, and the entire network of alumni who have walked this path before you. Or especially you can count on SEC Batch 13. These people believe in your potential and are eager to see you succeed. Therefore, I encourage you to embrace this journey wholeheartedly. Commit to it with passion, integrity, and a deep sense of duty to the Filipino people. Let this program shape you into a senior executive who inspires, innovates, and drives meaningful progress in your institutions and communities. On behalf of the DAP, let me welcome you to this institution with a long history and legacy. You will walk in the same corridors that distinguished leaders of the Philippines have tread. And therefore, may this journey fuel your passion, sharpen your vision, and strengthen your resolve. The future of public service is in your hands. Thank you, and mabuhay to everyone.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Dede, for your warm welcome and inspiring message. Your words truly set the stage for the journey that lies ahead for our new scholars. At the heart of the PMDP experience is its distinguished faculty, whose expertise, dedication, and guidance have shaped transformative leaders in public service. Tonight, we take pride in introducing the mentors who will inspire and challenge our new scholars on this remarkable journey. To formally introduce our distinguished faculty pool, please welcome the Vice President of the Center for SES Development, Nanette C. Caparas.
Good evening, everyone. Sec 14, this morning we gave you the curriculum of this program, and I hope that you are not daunted. So, in a few minutes, I will be showing you who the teachers will be of those various courses. The PMDP has carefully assembled a faculty composed of eminent individuals from the government, the private sector, and the academia. These mentors bring a wealth of experience and knowledge, imparting a powerful combination of enduring principles and innovative practices. The curriculum they uphold mirrors the same balance, rooted in profound theories, yet driven by real-world application, fostering a spirit of innovation and adaptability. At the heart of this program lies a shared vision to equip our public servants with the tools to lead with insight, diligence, and integrity, and to inspire a bureaucracy that consistently prioritizes the public good. So, here goes. For the first learning area on governance and development, your faculty in charge will be Dr. Ben S. Malayang III. He is Professor Emeritus and former President of Silliman University and is now a Senior Fellow of the Development Academy of the Philippines. He will be joined by Ma'am Ramonesa R. Ricardo, who is an independent management consultant and former Director of the Development Academy of the Philippines. Okay. For the next module on international governance and policy innovations, you'll have no less than our SVP. Tumatanggi na si Ma'am Dedeng. SVP Magdalena L. Mendoza. Oh, by the way, Ma'am Dedeng is now our OIC. Baka maging busy na siya masyado. So we come to the learning area 2, which is on strategic public management. The first module there is public sector economics and finance. And for your faculty in charge, you will have Dr. Emmanuel F. Esguerra, who is the former Socio-Economic Planning Secretary of NEDA and now a professorial lecturer at the School of Economics of the University of the Philippines, Diliman. He will have as co-faculty Dr. Sir Percival K. Peña Reyes, Assistant Professor of the Economics Department at the Ateneo de Manila University. Also with him is Maria Teresa S. Habitan, who is now Chancellor 2 of the Local Government Finance Institute and the Philippine Tax Academy. She's a former Assistant Secretary of the Department of Finance. Also in this module is Deputy Director Arnel Adrian C. Salva of the Economic and Learning and Financial Learning Office of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Okay. The other sub-module is on public sector finance, and co-faculty in charge here is former Undersecretary Laura B. Pasqua of the Department of Budget and Management. And then we have Janry A. Castillo, Supervising Legislative Staff Officer, Congressional Policy and Budget Research Department of the House of Representatives. Also here is Rolando G. Tongpalan, Undersecretary, Corporate Sector and Strategic Infrastructure Group of the Department of Finance. Marami pa po. We also have here Rolando U. Toledo, Undersecretary, Budget Preparation and Execution Group, Department of Budget and Management. We have Tessie Gregorio, former Director, Budget and Management Bureau, Department of Budget and Management. Also, we have Gerald R. Handa, Director, Organization, Position Classification and Compensation Bureau, Department of Budget and Management. So kung may mga problema po kayo sa DBM, we have a whole lot of resource persons in this module. Okay, next slide, please. And then we have Eduardo Anthony G. Marino III, Deputy Treasurer of the Philippines of the Bureau of the Treasury. We have Attorney Rowena Candice M. Ruiz, Undersecretary Designate for Procurement and Finance Oversight, Department of Education. And then former Assistant Commissioner Luz V. Pangan Chato of the Commission on Audit. Okay, and then we have also Attorney Albert A. Bernardo, former Deputy Executive Secretary for Internal Audit, Office of the President. And last but not the least, Attorney Winnie Rose H. Encaliado, former Assistant Commissioner of the Commission on Audit. Okay. Next module, we have evidence-based policy making, which will be your reference for your capstone paper. We have Dr. Eduardo T. Gonzalez as faculty in charge. He is a professorial lecturer and former dean of the Asian Center of the University of the Philippines and our former president here at the DAP. He will be assisted by Mary Geraldine C. Naraha, an independent consultant and also a former director of the Policy Research Office of the Center for Governance of the Development Academy of the Philippines. Next slide. For the Innovation and Strategic Management module, we will be announcing soonest. Okay, we now go to the third learning area on personal efficacy and leadership. And for this, we have Mr. Tomas P. Africa, statistics consultant and former administrator of the National Statistics Office. So it seems like you will have a good time in this module. And then we have Maria Nieves, our confessor, Sec 13's favorite, adjunct faculty of the Asian Institute of Management, and former secretary of the Department of Labor and Employment. And now she is the lead independent director of the Philippine Veterans Bank. Then we have here Jonathan E. Malaya, MPSA, Assistant Director General of the National Security Council, and former Undersecretary, Department of the Interior and Local Government. And he is an alumnus of our WISE Frenetic Leadership class, Batch 4. Now, the other module in this learning area is on WISE Frenetic Leadership. And for this, you'll have an imported faculty in charge. His name is Dr. Hideki Kawada. He's the CEO of Frenetic Company Limited and a professor of Tama University Graduate School of Business and a visiting lecturer at the Graduate School of International Corporate Strategy, Hitotsubashi University. And he will be joined by, again, our SVP for Programs and OIC now, Magdalena L. Mendoza. Daming assignment ni Ma'am dito. And for your much-awaited capstone paper, we have as faculty in charge, Ma'am Dedeng again. And her team includes Dr. Eduardo T. Gonzalez, whom I introduced earlier, and Dr. Maria Lourdes G. Rebolida, professorial lecturer, Department of Political Science of the University of the Philippines. So guys, I hope you have a great time with your faculty. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Nanette. The PNDP faculty's expertise is unparalleled. And SEC Batch 14 scholars, you are in excellent hands as you embark on this transformative journey. May their mentorship guide you to achieve remarkable milestones in public service. Now, let's cast the spotlight on the team that works tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the program's success. They are the heart and the backbone of PMDP, dedicated to making every moment of your learning experience seamless and impactful. To introduce them, please welcome the Director of the Senior Executive Development Office of the Center for SES Development, Cheryl D. Reyes.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Together with your faculty, SEC Batch 14, your journey with the PMDP will also be joined by an exceptional team from the Center for CES Development, and these are professionals who are committed to your success. Okay, so allow me to introduce the PMDP team. They are young, dynamic, multi-talented, and digitally adept individuals, multidisciplinary in background, and who will also stand ready to support you in every step of the way. So some of them you've met earlier this morning. So allow me to introduce the rest of the team. So they will ensure that every module and activity in your class is meticulously prepared for and excellently delivered. Think of them as your learning partners, constantly hovering to ensure an environment in which you can grow and excel resoundingly. Some of them you might not meet frequently, but their work is likewise geared to support only the best experiences for you. Okay, so we are led by, of course, our Vice President, Ma'am Nanette Caparos. And under the office of the Vice President, we have Associate Project Officer Kathleen Cabanilla. She's also the Finance Officer, along with Miss Eliza Aquino. Yan, sila pong bahala sa budget natin. And we also have Tito Quarteron, administrative staff, and also Rafael Ordonio. Okay, and this is the team you met first from the program. From our Advocacy and Admission Office, led by Director Milette Yang, Reina Carmelita Yang. With her in this office is Associate Project Officer John Robert Javier. Also Associate Project Officer Desiree Grace Distajo. Associate Project Officer J. Martin. And two more Associate Project Officers. We have Christine Angel P. Santa Romana and Angelica Ranas. And we also have Maria Aliza Samantha Season and Miguel Adrian Lagazon. Silin po yung singers kanina. And also, with the team of Director Yang, we also have Dr. Reynalyn Padsoyan, Project Officer, and we also have Associate Project Officers Azrael Andrew Gonzalez, Fatima Liris Doliosa, and Project Assistants Daryl Joseph Urgeles, Maria Angela Esquivias, and Project Assistant Hans Emmanuel Alpahora. Okay. We also have the team managing the middle managers class under the Junior Executive Development Office, led by Director Maida A. Nieves. And in this team, we have project officers Luis Emmanuel Baldivia and Winona Francine Misagal. We also have associate project officers Jayan Olido, Diane Balao. They are all in the Pasig office, I think. Avelino Palacio, Nerica Palma, Noemi Grace Aranded, and Marjorie M. De Castro. And another team managing another middle managers class under the Junior Executive Development Office. We have project officers Juan Rodrigo Angchanco and project officer Edsel Dominic Bimbo. We also have associate project officers Cyrus Gray Gawiran and Joseph Artelus Barawidan. Also in this team, we have Mary Eunice Alessandra Estolas, Margie Cruz, Kyla Jor San Antonio, Reynalyn Serrano, William Esguerra, and Kiana Hernandez. And of course, the team who will manage the Senior Executives class under the Senior Executive Development Office. Yours truly as the director. And we have Associate Project Officers Keith Blanche Soriano, who was also the Learning Manager of SEC Batch 13. Associate Project Officers Mary Sharina Rose Iruma, Associate Project Officer Lou Daryl Andes, and we have Project Assistants and the Assistant Learning Manager of SEC Batch 13, Joel Kasuga Jr., The newest addition to our team, we have Mark Ryan Amistoso. Isang buwan pa lang po si Ryan. Parang kasama po siya sa natakot yata dun. Hindi. And then, of course, I would like to introduce the professionals who will be directly working with the SEC Batch 14 as you navigate the rigorous and rewarding path of this program. This will be your closest ally, the learning management team. So they will be your daily companions, coordinating sessions, addressing concerns, and ensuring that your learning environment is nothing short of exceptional. So they are not just here to guide you, but here to walk alongside you, providing real-time support and making your journey as enriching as possible. So the learning management team for SEC Batch 13 is your bridge to success. So we have learning manager and also project officer, Jezreel Jade Ursua. And the assistant learning manager, Janina Javier. But she cannot make it this week. May sakit lang po si Jana. Okay, so from all of us at the PMDP, welcome aboard SEC Batch 14. Oh. Ma'am Nanet, take a bow. Hindi na. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3. May picture din. Oh, sige.
Thank you, Director Reyes, for introducing the remarkable individuals behind the PMDP. Scholars of SEC Batch 14, you are so fortunate to be surrounded by support in PMDP and the DAP. Now that we have met the esteemed faculty and the committed staff behind PMDP, it is time to introduce the stars of the evening, our newest scholars. To present the incoming batch, let us welcome SEC Batch 14 Class Director, Dr. Josefa Rizalina M. Bautista.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat at ikinararangal ko po na ipakilala ang pinakabago mga scholars ng SEC. Pero dahil nasa mikropono na po ako ay ikinararangal ko rin pong i-congratulate ang Sec 13. Isa sa mga naging paborito kong batch next to my Gabayani batch. And of course, I am so honored na one of our Kabayani batchmates is here to inspire me. So, yun po ang aking hindi nasa script na gustong sabihin lang. At ngayon po, ayon sa script, ay kayo pong mga Sec 14 batch ay aking pong ipapakilala. On behalf of the Interagency Steering Committee of the National Government's Career Executive Service Development Program, it is my privilege, it's truly my privilege, to formally present to you the 18 scholars of the 14th batch of the Senior Executives class of the DAP Public Management Program. The right of inclusion is a significant tradition of PMDP, symbolizing the diversity and shared purpose of the agencies represented. And may magandang anecdotal reference si Sir Jules kanina dun sa symbolic shared purpose na yon. Na nadinig nyo na, Sec 14, di ba? Each participating agency's contribution reflects the collective commitment to nation building, and this right demonstrates the unity and collaboration among the best and the brightest in the public sector. So as I call your name and position and agency, please proceed to the front to mount your agency's logo on the wall. Ito po yun, ano? For scholars coming from similar agencies, kindly wait for your fellow scholars on the center stage before you mount your agency logo. So, dalawa po kayong agency na magkakaroon ng hintayan na ganoon. Once completed, please take a bow and return to your designated seats. You will be accompanied by Sec 13 alumni who are here to welcome and guide you. Okay? Let us now begin. Randy I. Abella, National Tobacco Administration, Region 1. Asan po ang iyong logo? Lalagay muna niya ang logo niya. Okay, palakpakan po natin si Randy. Edward B. Yasay, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Region 10. And now the Department of Education contingent. Nerissa A. Alfafara, Region 12. Lourdes G. De la Cruz, Region 3. And Fatima D. Buen, Region 5. Okay, salamat po. I now call on Joselito G. Estember, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Region 6. Thank you. Julius L. Llano Jr., Philippine Textile Research Institute Central Office. Following Julius would be the Land Bank contingent, Vicente P. Fajardo Jr., Land Bank of the Philippines Head Office. And also from the Head Office, Mildred R. Reyes, Land Bank of the Philippines. Maria Beverly D. Ampo from the Parole and Probation Administration, Region 8, is our next caller. Thank you. Gerald M. Tan, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Mimaropa Region, is our next caller. Next is Charina Flor A. Cacho Fernin, Office for Transportation Security, Central Office. Dito. To follow is Richard R. Laos, Securities and Exchange Commission, Region 3. Jason Q. Carranza, Nueva Vizcaya State University. To follow is Santos Jose O. Dacanay III, University of the Philippines, Baguio. Ramon Alfredo E. de la Cruz, National Police Commission, Region 12. Jasper J. N. Mendoza, Tarlac State University. And finally, Dariel A. Palmiano, Central Bicol State University of Agriculture. Classmate nyo kasi, no? Dito ka na lang, ka na umalis. So may I now invite all Sec 14 scholars to join me on stage. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present the 18 scholars from 15 government agencies that make up the 14th batch of the senior executive class. Let us give them a warm round of applause as they embark on this life-changing journey with PMDP. And pose for photo. Congratulations again.
So may we request SEC Batch 14 to remain on stage? Kindly remain on stage. SEC Batch 14. Thank you, Class Director Bautista, for introducing the 18 scholars of SEC Batch 14. To conclude this symbolic rite, for the new Senior Executives class, we invite the Class President of SEC Batch 13 Katig, Mr. Rustico Noli D. Cruz, to come forward and pose his challenge to the incoming batch. Mr. Cruz, please join us at the center aisle and face SEC Batch 14. May we request the scholars of SEC Batch 13 Katig to stand behind Mr. Cruz as he delivers his challenge for excellence.
Good evening, SEC Batch 14. Congratulations to all of you, scholars of the senior executives. Last year, the SEC 13 Katig embarked on a journey towards excellence, and now that we have reached our destination, it is now our turn to pose the same challenge to you. As Stephen Covey said in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, sharpen the saw. You are your greatest asset. To be effective in all areas of life, you need to invest in yourself. As public servants, we ought to push for continual improvement, both in our hard and soft skills, to keep pace with a changing world. This means that we must continually reassess ourselves and the environment in which we operate. The SEC journey hones us to be better public servants with an end view of using these skills for the well-being of Filipinos. SEC pushes us to be better leaders in our respective fields. However, this comes with hard work, humility, and patience. Are you willing and ready to sharpen the saw? Our predecessor, SEC 12 Sikhai, once said that we must empty our cup. And indeed, that should be the mindset to succeed in this journey. Emptying one's cup means clearing our minds of pre-existing thoughts and being willing to approach situations with a fresh perspective. By emptying our cup, we create space for new ideas. It helps us to approach situations with more objectivity. As observed, one of the challenges in striving for excellence for senior executives is complacency. We might reach a certain level of competence, a point where we feel comfortable and secure, and the temptation to stay there can be strong. But excellence isn't about maintaining the status quo. It's about pushing beyond it. It's about constantly seeking new challenges, expanding our knowledge, and refining our skills. It's about having the humility to recognize that there's always more to learn, even when we think we've reached the top. Another challenge is that excellence isn't about being perfect. Perfection is an illusion, a mirage. The pursuit of excellence is a journey. It's a continuous striving, a constant pushing of our boundaries, a refusal to settle for good enough when we know we can do better. The challenge of excellence is not easy. It requires dedication, perseverance, and willingness to step outside our comfort zones. But the rewards are immeasurable. It's not just about achieving external recognition or accolades. It's about the internal satisfaction of knowing that we've given our best, that we've pushed ourselves to reach our full potential. It's about the pride of knowing that we made a difference, however small, in the world around us. So I challenge you, each and every one of you today, to embrace the SEC. Enjoy the new learnings, learn from each other, cultivate friendship, and don't forget to have fun. Strive for excellence in everything you do. Finally, let me again ask the question, are you willing to sharpen the saw? The journey awaits. Good luck.
Thank you, Class President Cruz. SEC Batch 14, the challenge for excellence has been set before you. How will you rise to meet it? Let's hear the response from SEC Batch 14. Representing the newest batch of Senior Executives class, please welcome Ms. Gerald M. Tan of the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Mimaropa Region. Scholars, please remain standing as we hear from Ms. Gerald M. Tan.
Naimbag nga rabi kanya tayo amin. Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is with deep pride and honor to speak for our Batch 14, responding to the challenge posed by our predecessors. On behalf of the Senior Executive Class Batch 14, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to Batch 13, Katig, for the challenge you have posed before us. Your journey has paved the way for us, setting a high standard of excellence and leadership. Tonight, Batch 14 proudly accepts the challenge. Stephen Covey's words, "Sharpen the saw," remind us that the path to excellence is not a destination, but a continuous process of growth, learning, and self-renewal. As senior executives of Batch 14, we recognize that we are not just leaders of organizations, we are stewards of public service, entrusted with the responsibility of shaping policies, institutions, and ultimately, the lives of the Filipino people. Excellence is not just a personal pursuit, it is a national imperative. Batch 13 reminded us of the importance of humility, the need to empty our cups and make room for new knowledge, new perspectives, and new challenges. Indeed, one of the greatest barriers to excellence is complacency. The moment we become satisfied with good enough is the moment we stop growing. But excellence is not about perfection. It is about resilience. It is about the courage to ask, how can we do better? And the discipline to find the answer as we go along with our learning. And so, my fellow scholars of Batch 14, I urge all of us not just to embrace excellence as individuals, but to cultivate a national culture of excellence, ever cognizant of our guideposts, that our pursuit of knowledge and leadership is not just for ourselves alone. It is for the institutions we serve, the communities we uplift, and the nation we strive to build and better. Excellence should not be an exception. It must be the norm. It must be embedded in the way we think, work, and lead. Let us commit ourselves to continuous learning, to the discipline of self-improvement, and to the relentless pursuit of service that inspires and transforms. Let us challenge mediocrity wherever we find it and push beyond our limits with courage and integrity. Let us set the standard not just for our organizations, but for the entire nation, so that future generations will look back at this moment and see that we choose to lead with purpose, passion, and unwavering excellence. Together, we must create our own milieu with our own battle cry that will be the guiding light for the succeeding scholars of these hallowed halls to come. So tonight, in response to your challenge, we, the members of SEC Batch 14 say yes, we are ready to sharpen the saw. We are ready to lead with excellence. Yes, we're ready to build a culture of greatness for our country. And so, the journey begins now. Let us make it count. Maraming salamat po. Saludo sa Batch 13 Katig at mabuhay ang SEC Batch 14.
Smile naman daw dyan, batch 14. You may shake hands. Batch 13 with batch 14. Thank you, Mr. Cruz and Ms. Tan, for your inspiring challenge and commitment. We trust that you will all successfully overcome the challenges this program presents, emerging stronger and wiser. SEC Batch 13 and Batch 14, you may now take your seats. We are confident that our new scholars will rise to the occasion and meet these high expectations, no matter how daunting they may seem. Definitely, the path to excellence is not a destination. What is more important is the journey that you will have to course through to be better stewards of public service through the Public Management Development Program. I love the line which was mentioned by Ms. Tan. Excellence should not be an exception, it must be the norm. The challenge is designed to ignite determination, inspiring our public leaders to serve more and become relentless agents of positive change. SEC Batch 13 has now passed the torch of excellence to SEC Batch 14. We wish you all the best as you work towards meeting all the program's rigorous requirements, shaping you into the exceptional public leaders our nation needs. The DAP PMDP endeavors scholars to be well-rounded public executives. To showcase their talents, please join me in welcoming SEC 13 Katig in their intermission number.
Ang mahalaga. Hindi isa, hindi dalawa. Para sa amin, ito ay lima. Ano nga ba ang mahalaga? Para sa amin, ka-a-ta-i-ga. Ang baybay sa bawat isa. Oo, kahit kapag iyong binasa. Uumpisahan ko na. Game ka na ba? Game na! Ka ang simula, pero release pala. Kin ang isa sa aming pagpapahalaga. Sa ating wika, sa detalye ay malalim at matalas. Sigasig at kahandaan sa pamumuno, laging ikinamalas.
Altruistic para saan ang pangalawa. Ibig sabihin ay malasakit at sakripisyo para sa iba. Pagkakamang sa sarili ay wala, obligasyon sa kapwa ang laging una.
Ang ikatlo, transformative ay mahalaga.
pagbabago ang daladala. Pagkamalikhain ng bawat isa ay mahalaga. Pakikinig at pagpapatibay ay likas sa Kanya.
Isa pang mahalaga ang hihi, ang ikaapat, integrity o pagiging tapat. Moralidad ay mataas, pananampalataya ay malakas. Malinis ang kalooban at mapagkakatiwalaan. Sa Kanya ay wala ang kasamaan, wala ang kayabangan.
Ga ang huli, grit ay mahalaga. Ibig sabihin ay katapangan at tigipa. Mahabang pagtitiis, hindi susuko hanggang dulo. Mahalaga katatagan ng pagkatao. Ka! A! Ta! I! Ga! Kahit ang mahalaga, kahit kami para sa iba, kahit ang isa't isa.
Thank you so much, SEC Batch 13, Kaat-Taiga. Tama ba? Yes, Kaat-Taiga. So yun nakita natin. Actually, a while ago during the Salubong, they danced. So you've witnessed that ngayon po kumanta sila at naging mga makata. So dito po sa PMDP, you will be pressured. You will not have a choice, but you really have to showcase your talents. After ng journey niyo SEC Batch 14, marunong na rin kayong sumayaw, kumanta, at magpakamakata. Diba? So thank you so much, Batch 13. I really enjoyed your presentation. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Okay, so at this point, we have also invited a special guest who will share with us the profound impact and significance of being a DAP PMDP scholar. To introduce our inspirational speaker, may we call on stage the Director of the Advocacy and Admission Office, Reina Carmelita F. Yang.
Distinguished colleagues in public service, good evening. Today, we have with us a remarkable leader who embodies the excellence and integrity we aspire for in government service. Our invited speaker is the country's top performer in the 2013 Environmental Planning Licensure Examination. This achievement foreshadowed her exemplary career in development planning and public administration. A respected voice in governance and planning, This person has shared her expertise in global stages. She has been a resource speaker and panelist at major international conferences, including Open Government Partnership Summits in Georgia, Canada, and Belgium, and has represented our country at the World Urban Forum in Abu Dhabi. In 2022, she was recognized as one of the inspiring women in commerce and contracting, where she stood out as the only Asian honoree for leading a team of integrity warriors in the Philippines. From being the pioneering regional director of the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development in Region 12, she now steers economic and development planning in the Central Visayas as the regional director of the National Economic and Development Authority, Region 7. Her academic journey is just as remarkable. From graduating cum laude in broadcast communication at UP Diliman to earning a master in regional development planning from Germany's University of Dortmund and UP School of Urban and Regional Planning, or SURP, where she earned the prestigious Dean's Medallion for Academic Excellence. She further honed her leadership skills through the Public Management Development Program Senior Executives class, graduating with honors and earning a diploma in development management. Senior Executives Batch 14, we immediately thought of her to inspire and challenge her batch as you embark on this journey. Her story reminds us that public service excellence requires not just technical expertise, but also unwavering integrity and a commitment to good governance. Everyone, please join me in warmly welcoming NEDA Region 7 Director Jennifer Charisma Bretanya.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. 3 years ago, on February 21, 2022, the Public Management Development Program, Senior Executive Class Batch 11, started our life-changing journey towards a transformative leadership and strategic and results-based management. Development Academy of the Philippines, Senior Vice President for Programs, Ma'am Magdalena, Ma'am Dedeng Mendoza, our Vice President, Center for CES Development, Ma'am Nanat Caparos, our PMDP faculty, directors, and staff, and of course, now our shared Queen Mother, the Class Director of SEC 11, and we will also be now the shared Class Director of SEC 14, Dr. Josefa Rizalina Bautista, Dr. Jobao for all of us, and of course, most importantly, to all of you, our incoming Senior Executive Class, Batch 14 scholars, guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Kasi parang malungkot po kayo. Good evening po sa ating lahat. First of all, I would like to apologize for my voice. Medyo, I've been sick for the past 2 years. Magaling na po ako ngayon. Pero alam ko po na sa tulong po ninyo, matatapos ko po ang aking mensahe hanggang sa dulo. Tama po ba? And I'm also very happy to see familiar faces who are part of the SEC Batch 14. I have my classmate in Gabayan Saldiwa, Ma'am Riring of Region 12. And I saw earlier that there's someone from Coronadal City, South Cotabato. That's my hometown. Okay, so indeed, 3 years ago, we were also welcomed into this very same program, though our opening ceremony was held online due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but the excitement in our hearts was not different from yours today. Thankfully, we had our face-to-face classes here in Tagaytay for the next 7 months of our modules. So seeing all of you here gathered tonight in your smart corporate Filipiniana, I am reminded once again of that same level of pride and energy that we felt back then. Are you excited? Opo, buti naman po. Serious lang po talaga sila po. But beyond the recognition and beyond the pride of being a scholar, I know that what's driving you is that deeper calling from within, that calling for a deeper and greater purpose. Because not everyone wants to be part of the PMDP SEC, and not everyone can be part of the PMDP-SEC. As Mark Twain said, the two most important days in your life are the day that you are born and the day that you find out why. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear SEC 14 scholars, as you begin your program tonight, I urge you to reflect on that why, to reflect on your why, and recognize that immense power from within to make a difference and make a lasting impact on our country and the world. By being here tonight, you have responded to the call of a new generation of public servants who are ethical, who are competent, who are frenetic, who are visionary, leaders who will not lead for personal gains, but leaders who will serve for the greater good and for the greater purpose, for the greater good of the Filipino people. The PMDP will equip you and will prepare you to be that driving force for that change. I always believe that the PMDP-SEC journey is both personal and public, and so I would like to share with you some of my personal experiences with PMDP-SEC. Masyado pong marami. Yung learning, yung wisdom, yung experiences, baka abutin po tayo bukas at hindi po makahabol ang boses ko. But I would like to share with you some highlights and the most memorable ones according to me. First of all, my PMDP-SEC journey was capped by my final capstone paper, which was written in only 5 days. Sorry, Ma'am Dedeng. All 4 chapters. And so that in the middle of that 5-day non-stop typing day and night, kasi sinimulan ko po 5 days before the deadline, actually 3 days before the deadline, I had a severe attack of carpal tunnel syndrome, both hands. I cannot type anymore, it's so painful, but I have to submit my capstone paper. I think I was one of the 3 classmates who submitted 2 to 3 days after the deadline. And there we ascertained the depth of the patience, the love, the support of our mother, Dr. Jobao. She would pray for us, she would message us in the middle of the night, nangungumusta. She would prod us, motivate us, and just hold our hands until we submit our capstone papers. Thank you very much, Doc Jobao. Maswerte po ang SEC 14. She will be your class director. And my unsolicited piece of advice to everyone, therefore, is start conceptualizing your capstone paper, project, title, or concept as early as now. Kasi po, mahirap po magpa-approve kay Ma'am Dedeng. And of course, the solo sensing journey, or the SSJ, that impacted my life more than I expected. I have been previously a solo parent, but with this experience, I learned more. And I learned a lot still about the strength of a woman and a mother's resilience from a Sampaguita vendor and her children. And of course, for me, another memorable experience would be the frenetic leadership socialization exercise in the municipality of Taal, this time with Ma'am Dedeng again. And she just realized, Ma'am Dedeng, napakaswerte ko pala. Lagi po akong na-assign ka, Ma'am Dedeng, from the capstone to the frenetic survey, diba? I'm so really lucky and fortunate. And in that exercise, I learned yung frenetic leadership. I learned a very hard but powerful lesson about empathy. That empathy, that when we start rationalizing empathy, can be the end and the death of phronesis. It was very difficult for me at the beginning to adjust to that paradigm shift. Because I was maybe just like most of you here, I was wired as a thinking manager. I was wired as a thinking leader. And so all of a sudden, I was told to not to think, but just feel. And of course, we would forget our foreign study mission in Taiwan. Yes, nainggit ba kayo? We did our foreign study mission in Taiwan virtually. So narinig na po ito kanina during lunch yung nakwento ko. Virtually po. So please, can you just imagine a virtual foreign study mission in Taiwan? Walang shopping at walang kainan sa ating mga Taiwanese restaurants. Indeed, every PMDP experience is personal, as captured in our daily learning journals. However, once we graduate as scholars, it becomes public. it becomes public accountability. We have become accountable to give back to our country and to the Filipino people. We are expected to become authentic leaders with stories to tell. Stories that inspire, that motivate, and transform. On a personal note, I would like to say that the PMDP SEC journey enabled me to understand and see clearly how my passion is meeting my purpose. The program has fueled my passion for development planning as a licensed urban and regional planner to take advantage of this passion to pursue my purpose. And that is, one, to build and promote a culture of integrity in government, and number two, to be able to contribute in poverty reduction in the entire country, but most especially in Mindanao, where I was born and raised. Importantly, because of the PMDP SEC journey, I have landed my dream job and agency, where I was able to pursue my pursue my passion and my purpose in planning with the National Economic and Development Authority, soon to be the Department of Economy, Planning, and Development, or DepDev. Maganda ba siya? Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, PMDP is not just an academic program. It is a powerful catalyst for transformation. And being that I am from NEDA, I cannot help but share with you that the goals and objectives of the PMDP are aligned with the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028 as anchored on the Ambition Natin 2040. I would like to focus on, diba, matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay. That's our dream, ambition natin. I would like to focus on panatag na buhay because way back in 2015, when the Filipinos were surveyed on the life that they want, what they want when they say panatag na buhay is a government that they can trust because it is free of corruption. Likewise, the Philippine Development Plan envisions a government that is characterized by a strong culture of participation, of accountability, and of bureaucratic efficiency, manned by agile, efficient, and resilient public servants. And through the PMDP, you will gain the knowledge, the values, and the connections to lead with excellence and integrity. You will be equipped to influence policy, drive reforms, and inspire others to do the same. Babasahin ko na po yung sinulat ko para wala po ako ma-miss. Okay lang po? As you go through this program, I hope you will realize that it is not just about enhancing your competence. It is about discovering your deeper sense and purpose. I pray that your love for this country and for everyone and Juana will continue to grow, eclipsing even the love you have for yourselves. The nation needs leaders who will prioritize the welfare of the people, especially those most in need above all else, even if it means sacrificing personal comfort. May your experience in the PMDP, specifically in the sensing journey, remind you of the deprivations faced by the poorest and most vulnerable. May you become the leaders who will fight for their dignity and the advocates who will champion their cause. I encourage you to cherish the time you will spend together with your classmates, especially in the residential training. This opportunity to build relationships, share ideas, and support each other will be invaluable in your journey as public leaders. The network you create here will serve as the foundation for future collaborations. May you continue to cultivate a sense of kinship, working together for the common good as envisioned by PMDP. One day, when you complete this course, I hope you will look back and feel a profound sense of pride, especially if you see your names in your class brass plates in one of the pillars here in PMD and DAP. May you say to yourselves that every challenge, every obstacle, and every sleepless night was worth it. I hope you will remember that the struggles you face here are nothing compared to the daily hardships of those who rely on you to lead them toward a better future. The work we do as civil servants carries the weight of our nation's hopes and dreams. It is through our commitment to excellence that we can truly make a difference. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, proudly, the Senior Executive Class Batch 11, call ourselves the Gabayanis. Gabay, Bayan, Bayani, Ani. Gabayani kami, sapagkat kami ang mga ani, the harvests of PMDP-SEC, who offer ourselves na inaalay ang aming mga sarili, lakas, kaalaman, upang gabayan ang ating bayan bilang mga bagong lingkod bayani. And so to end my message, please allow me to read some lines from our Gabayani hymn and song, which we sang during our graduation ceremony. Gabayaning may malasakit at matusay, gabayaning maringal at masikhay. Those are our 4 learning themes. Malasakit, matusay, maringal at masikhay. Buhat sa maraming pulo, kaming lahat nagkatagpo, at kami ay pinagbuklod ng diwa ng paglilingkod. Nakatalaga sa pagsisilbi sa bayang kinakandili. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear Sec 14 scholars, this is your moment to heed the call of duty, to be your own version of a gabayani, and to embody the ambition natin o matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. So that together, we can build the future that we envision for the Philippines. Soar high, Sec 14, mabuhay po ang ating bayan, mabuhay ang mga lingkod bayani. To God be the glory. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, RD Jen Britannia, for the truly inspiring speech. It's a meaningful message for our scholars to reflect on as they begin in this journey. And I think what's very crucial in what's mentioned by RD Jen is that we should really be clear on our whys, on our purpose. And then you would further discover that SEC Batch 14 as you go through your PMDP journey. Okay, so at this moment, may we kindly invite on stage Senior Vice President Mendoza and Vice President Caparas to present the token of appreciation to our inspirational speaker, Regional Director Jennifer C. Britannia. Thank you, ma'am. As we draw this opening ceremony to a close, we extend our best wishes to all scholars of SEC Batch 14, including the eminent faculty who are joining us via live streaming, the learning management team, and the module teams. We extend our appreciation to SEC Batch 13. As I call your name po, kindly stand to be recognized. So we have Judge May A. Caniba Leona, Municipal Trial Court in Cities, Region 5. We have Dr. Julius T. Capile of the Cagayan State University. Vice President Rostico Noli D. Cruz, Development Bank of the Philippines. Dr. Avelino S. De Chavez, Lang Center of the Philippines. Senior Vice President Raquel D.R. De Guzman Benasalida, GSIS. Department Manager Ms. Janice Ann P. Dalmo, Home Development Mutual Fund. Vice President Karine Lay F. Garcia, also from the Home Development Fund. Attorney Liz Glenn L. Gilponillo from the Department of Justice, Region 5. We have Vice President Maria Dolores C. Guevara of the Development Bank of the Philippines. Deputy Assistant Secretary Maria Elena Cristina D. Maningat, Department of Foreign Affairs. Department Manager Luella L. Manuel from the National Housing Authority, Attorney Edwin N. Mendame Jr., Department of Agrarian Reform, Dr. Ramona Isabel S. Ramirez, Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Dr. Melissa S. Sanchez, Department of Education, Director Dennis I. Taktak, Department of Agriculture, and lastly, Dr. Shirley B. Zipagan, Department of Education. Thank you so much, SEC Batch 13. We also would like to extend our gratitude to those who have significantly contributed in this milestone: marketing, the food and beverage team, engineering, and all DAPCC staff. Our official photographers, headed by Ms. Liz Ranyola, the Institutional Marketing Center by providing photo coverage, to Mr. Danilo Maranan and Mr. Norbert Capao of the General Service Division, the entire DAP community, and everyone who in one way or another has provided support and partnerships to DAP PMDP. We thank you all so much. To conclude, let us unite in homage to the vision, mission, and legacy of the Development Academy of the Philippines by standing together and singing the DAP hymn. Please all rise.
Narito ang isang bandila sa gisag ng mithin at gawa. Dala niya'y hangaring balita sa inyo at maging sa madla. Ito ang samahan para sa pagbabago, taguyod sa kilusang paglago. Hangad pa niya'y karunungang tinatamo sa ugnayang siyang namuno. Ito ang DAP, ang sa inyong lingkod. Gumaganap upang magbuklod ng bayan tungo sa mihiing dangal. Wagas ang pag-alay ng DAP sa inyo'y nagpupugay. Pakinggan ang tinig ng mga tao, naglilingkod sa bandilang ito. Ang magsikap ay laging may tamis, kahit hirap ay lumabis. Siglang dulot ng dakilang hangad nang ang bayan natin ay umunlad. Ito ang DAP, ang sa inyong lingkod. Gumaganap upang magbuklod ng bayan tungo sa mihiing dangal. Wagas ang pag-alay ng DAP sa inyo'y nagpupugay.
Now, may we invite everyone to the photo opportunity. Please proceed to the stage as we call your group. So, may we call on SEC 14 to proceed to the stage together with RD Jen, Ma'am Dedeng, Ma'am Nanet, Miss Cheryl, Miss Millet, Miss Malin, Ma'am Jo, and the SEC 14 Learning Management Team. Jade? Thank you po. May I call on SEC Batch 13? Batch 13, please proceed on the stage. Please remain Batch 14, including the Learning Management Team of SEC Batch 13. May I also request all the CCD staff to join? All CCD staff, kindly join. Justine, kindly join. Smile daw po. Happier. On behalf of the entire DAP PMDP family, we extend our deepest appreciation to each of you for gracing us with your presence at this significant ceremony. As we officially welcome the 14th batch of the Senior Executives class into this transformative journey. Once again, I am Maida A. Nieves. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening. To our distinguished guests, we kindly ask that you remain seated as our dinner will be served shortly. And for the scholars, the buffet is now open, located at the back of the auditorium. Please help yourselves. Thank you.